Welcoming to the Cactus Golf Podcast, episode number 69.
Hey, yo.
69. It is January 31st. We have definitely some news to go through. So we got some news and notes for sure, a little maybe extended news and notes. We got the Farmers Insurance Open review. We have the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am signature event number 2 on the season preview to do. We also have LIV Mayakoba. LIV is back in action. They will be referenced in news and notes as well. LIV Mayakoba preview. Then we have betting corner. We have a lot to get through. Let's go ahead and get into it. What do you say?
Let's rock and roll.
All right. So, I had some notes here, but we also, that was my notes were before the bombshell. Not really bombshell. I wouldn't call it bombshell today. But the PGA news that came through with the new investors. You want to go ahead and, get into it?
Yeah. So we posted it on the Instagram story last night, too. It kind of got leaked out that the PGA sent out an email to all of their members and partners and whoever else that they sent this to, and said there would be a call tomorrow, aka now today, the 31st, with different information they're going to be releasing. They're expecting they're going to be releasing a important, timely update. AKA, they're dropping news that we're all trying to figure out. Is this going to be a deal with PIF? Are they going to allow the LIV players back into the PGA? Like, what's going on? Because
I thought it was going to be PIF at first.
I for sure did. I think because that was always the talk. Was like we heard a little bit here and there that like there was going to be possibly another investment group, but for the longest time it was always PIF. Always PIF.
Yeah, there was a small news. There wasn't like too much going on about another investment coming in, but there wasn't really a whole lot of smoke around that, other than that quick little drop they had. I think by November or something like that.
Exactly. So they ended up coming out this morning on the 31st. They were recording, and they announced a new investment, a new minority investor from Strategic Sports Group, a.k.a. American billionaires that own sports teams.
Well, they own, I think, the Red Sox, and then also I think that it's a Fenway Sports Group, I think, and they own Liverpool or Arsenal. I get them confused because they're both red teams over in England, and then they own like the Boston Bruins, I think, or something like. They own like several sports franchises, but Red Sox, I think.
But it's also like the people who are a part of this investment group is also Arthur Blank, who owns
the Falcons,
and
then also
Atlanta United and PGA Superstore.
Well, and also one of Tiger's TGL teams,
Correct. Yep. That's another one. I forgot about that one. And they had like other big sporting team owners, Ricketts for the owner of the Chicago Cubs. There's a whole list of them. I don't think they announced it on the PGA's website or on their announcement, but I found it somewhere else of like who's on the board there for that investment group. But AKA they got a big influx of
$3
cash.
billion, I believe.
So yes, it was $3 billion. They essentially valued the PGA Tour at like $12 billion or something like that was their valuation of the PGA Tour. But essentially they're creating a whole new for-profit line underneath it's kind of connected to the PGA Tour. And they are allowing players to take part ownership in this new venture, up to
I think
a total of $1.5 billion.
Was it? I thought I said like $700 million, which I thought was going to be like somehow doled out. Okay.
Yeah, so they're saying like $1.5 billion in immediate and in future. So maybe it's 700 some million now, and then the rest is it just gets billed out later. However it is, obviously that's not cash to the players. This is ownership and stake into this new investment. AKA it traps players from not wanting to leave, right? At the end of the day, like if you're going to own, part of the PGA Tour, if you're, let's just say, for example, if this came out when you're John Rahm a year ago, right, and you're a part owner of the PGA Tour, I think you're going to be a little bit less likely to leave.
I don't know, man. I think he signed up for about half that $1.5
billion
for
sure, but for sure. But
maybe Hatton.
Yeah, maybe
not
Rahm. But like, there's some of these guys that they're now tied to the tour because they don't want to lose their investment stake in it. And if them leaving, I'm sure that if they took the money, there's probably a clause in there that they can't leave.
Yeah,
or something.
I'd imagine.
I would assume.
I think the biggest thing here is that the PIF deal is still a thing.
It is.
I think that's the biggest news here. Like that's
and
not
they have made
it
very clear, like multiple articles. And I think even on the PGA Tour's announcement that, or maybe there wasn't on this one. There was something on there that said essentially that that talk could still happen with the PIF tour, coming back in as a possibly majority investor.
Yeah, I think that
was like the biggest case too.
The only deal is the whole legal proceedings with that's the only thing holding that up. I think still the whole legality and
because they extended the talks. Like it was supposed to be like set and be done with PIF by the end of the last year, and they allowed to extend it. And so they obviously are trying to figure something out. However that all works out. But honestly, I was reading a lot of the comments on the PGA Tour Instagram, and really a lot of it was like, so Phil was right the whole time. Like a lot of it was like,
I don't know if that's
essentially like a lot of people are saying, thanks Phil and Greg. There's a bunch of it. It was just like essentially saying that this is not coming. This is not that essentially this wouldn't happen.
If LIV never happened, this never. No chance this happens. Yeah, of course.
So that was
like it could have been done another way. Yeah. Not saying that LIV was the only way to make this happen.
Yeah, no,
but it was definitely the loud way to do it. That's LIV's thing, golf but louder, right?
For sure. So it's going to be interesting. And some people are kind of angry. Like one guy says, as a golf fan, I just want to see the best players competing every week, and this isn't going to accomplish that. So I think it will accomplish it if this PIF deal goes through and LIV players, if players are allowed to play on any tour that they want.
I think it kind of stops the bleeding of PGA at this point. I have in my notes here. That's what basically Rory just said. He said he just wants the best players to play on the together, basically.
For sure.
For sure. I think it's everybody wants. And,
absolutely.
I think I'm all for the players getting their money. I think.
Hey.
I guess to a certain extent, I guess you could say Phil's right. The players. Probably deserved more than they were getting maybe a few years ago, and that's what the PIP was for, right? The PIP, is eventually trying to get the best players, more money, their impact on the game. But yeah, I think my biggest takeaway, like I said, is PIP's still here. It sounds like this money, this influx, basically just we mentioned it, when the PIF PGA thing first got announced, the bombshell. That was a real bombshell when that came out. The biggest thing is the PGA's going broke.
Yeah.
With these bigger paydays that they had to kind of try and keep up with, at the signature events, they were going broke. They didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
So I think this basically just funds their larger purses that they've committed to, at least for for a little bit, until maybe the PIF thing gets sorted out. I think this basically funds that and funds the equity that the players are going to get. I think that's basically what this does for the most part.
They also announced the new PGA Tour player directors. Did you see that too?
I didn't get a chance to look too much into the whole.
They announced it's 6 golfers, and it's Patrick Cantlay, Peter Malnati, Adam Scott, Webb Simpson, Jordan Spieth, and Tiger Woods. It's interesting. So I don't know. There obviously it's there's going to be some more information. I'm sure that's going to be coming out. If once this if this PIF deal goes through. So there's a lot of still uncertainty in the golf world of what's going to be happening. Like, really, what does this do for fans? As a fan of golf,
I saw people tweeting, like Max Homa tweeting, people commenting to his tweet about the fan, and he's like, oh well, it's just the players getting more money. And Max Homa's reply, which I think is pretty accurate, he's saying, well, yeah, I mean, it is us getting more money, but also like this new investment group. It's not like they're just putting money for not a donation. right? Like they're investing because they want return on their investment.
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking out for people watching it because they want people to watch it to get more money for them. So they're, I mean, like that's the whole what investment means, right? They're invested in that. They want to, they want to grow it. Yeah, it's not a donation. They want to grow it as well. So how you do that, you look at what's going to have more eyeballs on it. So. I think I can't say exactly what they're going to do for the fans and make it more exciting for us, but I think they're going to at least try to do something to make it more exciting and hopefully have a better product. Maybe they'll be better about the TV broadcast. That's what they'll get into.
A lot of comments too were about that as well. Is like, are you going to finally start showing not just feature groups within tournaments and like not going to start?
Am I going to need 4 different channels for one day of coverage?
Seriously. Like, they got to figure out that aspect of it, too, because, I mean, that just it's too much. Like, this has been a call to action that fans have had for such a long time, and it hasn't been acted on. Like, eventually, you gotta do something, or people are just they're gonna keep getting fed up with this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's that was the big news today. Also, I mean, I had a couple small things compared to that. Just Rory came out and said that he really just once the agreement's done with PGA PIF, if whatever happens with that, once it's sorted out, he just doesn't want to. He said there shouldn't be a punishment for the players coming back from LIV. I mean, I don't want to say he's tucking his tail between his legs. I think he kind of already did that in that one kind of when he first backtracked.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to just move on at this point. He's saying there's basically he doesn't think there should be punishments for people from LIV coming back to the PGA if that ever happens. Like the other comment said, that he just wants the best players in the best fields.
Absolutely.
Like we're going to have for the majors. He wants that every week, and I think that's
who
what
doesn't
everybody
want
wants.
that.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody wants for the most part. Then also we had, other than I think everybody probably saw it at this point with Tyrrell Hatton. He's officially over. He's joining John Rahm's team. What is it? Legion 13, right?
Legion 13.
Yep. I saw that brand finally released that. I think it was a couple days ago. That what it looks like, the team logo. We also had a little more under the radar. Adrian Maronk joined Martin Keimer's team, the Cliques. Adrian Maronk, that's no slouch. He's the 4-time winner on DP World Tour. He's the DP World Tour's Player of the Year in 2023. He's OWGR number 42. He was actually had plans to play on the PGA this year because he had earned that right before joining LIV. Definitely no slouch there. That'll be a big addition. He might probably be the best player on Cliques, actually.
I was going to say.
We also have Lucas Herbert. I also saw joined Cam Smith's Ripper GC as well. So that'll be a big addition to Ripper there. He's I didn't check it because I just saw it after I made my notes. I just added it real quick. But I think he's like top 50 OWGR as well.
Probably.
He's another under the radar kind of guy that's just kind of always hanging around in tournaments. So that's a good addition there. Definitely a better cream of the crop joining LIV. I also saw, I think I screenshotted. I didn't add it to my notes yet because I saw it after I made my notes. But did you see? So they're having 13 teams, right?
Yep.
With the addition of John Rahms. So they're also going to have 2 wild card players. Did you see this?
No.
So LIV added 2 wild card spots to the 54 player field. So basically, they're going to have 13 teams, which 4 players each, right? Plus 2 wild cards. And so the 2 wild cards, players that are just not on the teams, they're just wild cards playing in the tournament.
They're fans? Can we sign up?
Well, it's funny, some of the comments about it. But it was Hudson Swafford will be playing in the full LIV schedule as an individual. And then Laurie Cantor has the other one. It said just week 1, so it sounds like he might just have week 1's wild card. Might be another one for the other tournaments. But Hudson Swafford is a full-time individual.
Just an independent contractor just working.
Well, it's funny. They're like, fascinating dynamic was one of the comments. I hope he gives himself a team name. Just himself.
Legion 1.
Yeah. Legion of 1. So that's interesting.
That's very interesting.
So he won't be eligible for the team payout. Just playing for himself. So that'll be interesting. That's I don't know how that's gonna play out, but that I kind of like it just because of curiosity. I think it's kind of interesting.
I hope he wins an event.
It just piques my curiosity here. I guess if he does win, I wonder is he just gonna have like his like maybe wife or girlfriend spray the champagne? You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
they have like podiums to spray the champagne. He doesn't have anybody to spray the champagne.
He's like looking around.
Yeah,
by
so
himself.
I guess he'll be on the podium for second and third place maybe. So I guess
That's interesting,
yeah,
man. That's
podium,
really
obviously.
interesting.
So yeah, just another wrinkle to LIV. Another thing with LIV that I'm interested. I wonder how they're gonna improve upon their broadcast as well. You know, we've kind of made some jokes about their broadcast and whatnot, but I wonder how they're gonna...
I saw a thing that was like when Tyrrell Hatton's news got announced. I saw a GIF or a meme that someone made, and it was like someone with their hand in their face, and it was like producers at the CW once they hear this news because Hatton just drops F-bombs left and right.
So probably sign up for it. I don't know.
Those producers are probably gonna have to whip out that bleep button.
Well, yeah, I remember the Happy Gilmore where he's like, yeah, he gets to go crazy and it's beep 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 beep.
So I thought that was really funny because Tyrrell Hatton. He's a riot.
I'm excited for it. We'll have they saw the interview with John Rahm. It was David Faherty.
Mm-hmm.
Remember his segment WTF?
Yes,
What the Faherty?
Yes.
So I mean, he'll have a heyday of What the Faherty with Hatton. So that'll be good. Let's keep moving here. That's some good. I'm excited to see LIV actually.
I've got two other notes real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Anything else? The one thing I want to talk about that was Full Swing.
Yeah.
Volume 2 is going to be airing on March 6th, only on Netflix. So it looks like we've got some of the same crowd. There you see Ricky, Rory, Tom Kim, JT. You see Matt Fitzpatrick, Wyndham Clark.
I see DJ.
Who is that?
That's Alex Fitzpatrick, Matt's brother.
Oh, that is.
Well, I see DJ as well.
Where do you see DJ? In this photo? Oh, they have like the names up there.
Yeah,
Got it.
DJ.
I was just looking through the...
Yeah, so we have Wyndham Clark, Keegan, Justin Rose, Luke Donald, Zach Johnson, which are the Ryder Cup team captains there.
Yeah. And so it should be
it's a bigger crowd than last time. We didn't have that many guys, I don't think, were featured last time. I don't remember.
Probably like 8 of them, maybe?
Yeah, I don't think it was quite that many.
Yeah.
DJ was on the last one. Rory was in the last one,
No Brooks
obviously.
this time, it looks like, right?
No Brooks, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no Brooks. We
Colin?
had Matt Fitzpatrick was in the other one.
He was. Was Colin? Yeah. Is Colin in there?
I don't see Colin listed.
He was
though.
in the last one as well, too. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, of course.
And then the last thing was we talked about it last episode when Nick Dunlap won at the American Express, I believe, right? And he did make the decision. He took the week off last week, and he made the decision to go pro.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to, leave his money on the table like I just had to do. I don't want to do that.
We talked about this in the last episode, but just a recap of what that means for Nick here is he will receive exemptions into all signature events this year. Also the Masters and PGA Championship, and then he will also be eligible for the Century in the following years, next season. He also will be allowed to play in the U.S. Open because he was the U.S. Amateur winner, I believe, last year. So he gets to play in 3 of the majors.
I wonder how it works with the Masters, which exemption because the U.S. Amateur always gets to play, and they always play with the reigning champ. That's why, what was his face? We talked about it.
I could see
Bennett. Sam Bennett played with Scotty last year.
Yep.
So I wonder which exemption they're using for him. Because are they like the runner-up USA which are going to play now, and he's got his own exemption for winning a tournament? So I wonder which exemption.
I kind of hope they do that.
Yeah, have the
allow someone else to be able to
have
play
the runner-up
Masters.
play with John Rahm.
That's cool.
So I wonder how they're going to do that.
I don't know. That's a good question. What do you think about that?
That's interesting.
That's all I got.
But yeah, let's
for
go
news and
keep
notes.
moving here. We do have a hard out. I think it's the first time we've had a hard out on the
I
podcast.
think
So
so.
let's keep moving here. We got the Farmers Insurance Open review. Matthieu Pavon continues the underdog winner streak we've had this year. Pavon.
Yes.
That's Italian, not French.
Yeah, whatever. 6-1.
So yeah, Matthieu Pavon continues. I didn't see his odds pre-tournament. I don't know if you have.
They talked about it, and I think
but
it
yeah,
was
I mean,
like
last week we had the super long shots that keep hitting. He was, I don't remember how. I want to say probably at least maybe
I want to say it was like plus 4,000. I'm just guessing.
40 to 1. I could, probably around 40 or 30 to 1. Probably I bet 30 to 1 maybe. But yeah, he's the first Frenchman to win on the PGA Tour. I thought that was surprising. First Frenchman to win on the PGA Tour
since World War II. There was a previous winner.
Oh, really?
Since World
What
War
I
II,
saw on ESPN was that it was
1907.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it was like...
I don't think the PGA was actually... I think it was, before PGA. It was, the main tour or whatever. It wasn't actually PGA, but yeah, sure. So he admitted, I saw also on his backstory a little bit, he admitted that he nearly quit golf 10 years ago for the yips.
Yep.
Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, like we saw... I don't think Lucas Glover got quite that far.
That was almost two truths and a lie that I had. I had to make sure that wasn't one of them real quick.
So that was not quite Lucas Glover. Like, he just had the putting yips, I think Lucas Glover did. But I guess Pavon had the yips just all together. And he also almost nearly blew the lead on the final hole. I don't know if you were watching, but I watched the final hole there, and he almost made a blunder of it. He hit his tee shot into the fairway bunker, had to just kind of sky it out of there because he was up against the lip.
Yep. And
then did not have a good,
approach.
Out of the bunker shot and just went into some really thick grass.
Yeah.
And made a really good shot.
Aggressive swing, too. I mean, he was out of his shoes.
They were really talking how bad of a spot he was in because the on-course reporter was saying how bad of a lie it was. And made an amazing shot to only 8 feet and buried the 8-footer. And I thought Højgaard was going to come through it. I think it was Højgaard, right? Mm-hmm. Højgaard. I thought he was going to have a chance to maybe send it to a playoff. But, he made a miraculous shot there and, made it happen.
That was pretty cool, man. I agree. I liked I like that as well. You pretty much nailed most of my notes that I had. One thing it ends our streak of first-time winners. First time events this season to win. Like however I'm saying.
First time you played this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. So he ended that one for us. So
it is his first time winning on PGA Tour though. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, he was a DP World Tour player previous to this. Yeah, he was on my watch list. Yeah, I remember during the Open Championship last year. Yeah.
Gotcha. I got 2 truths and a lie if you're ready for it.
I was going to run through the rest of the leaderboard here a little bit real quick. I know we got to keep moving. But yeah, Matthieu Pavon obviously wins. Nikolai Højgaard, that is, not his brother, finishes solo second. Then for T3, we had Nate Lashley, Jake Knapp, and Steven Yeager, who is actually leading it for the most part on Sunday, I think. Then T6, we had Kevin Yu, Bo Hostler, Tony Finau. And then T9, rounding out the top 10, we have Patrick Rogers, our boy Ludwig Aubert, Xander Schauffele, and Taylor Pendrith.
A lot of smaller names towards the top this week.
Højgaard, he's been around. He was at the Ryder Cup. Steven Yeager, he's there at some of the, some of those fall events we had. Bo Hostler, he's made some noise. Not a big name. Then you got Tony, of course. Patrick Rogers.
Towards the top. You get towards the bottom, I know a lot of those names.
Yeah, those look familiar. Rounding out the top 10, you got some bigger names, obviously. Finau, Schauffele, Aubert, Pendrith's around there. Some other notable finishes we had here a little further down the board. We had Hideki Matsuyama, Max Homa, Will Zalatoris. There we go. Yes. They all tied T13. So Zalatoris starting around into shape for sure. Then we had Shane Lowry, T25. And then some names that missed the cut. Sungjae Im, Colin Morikawa, and Jason Day. Glad I didn't bet on him. I almost pulled the trigger, if you remember. I talked about that.
Yep.
Almost pulled it. Glad I didn't. But that's what I wanted to shout out some finishes there.
All right, 2 truths and a lie. First time ever doing Mr. Pavon. So here we go. He uses all ping clubs. He was born in France. He has no tattoos. I actually, on my second one, I'm not going to lie, I said he was born in French. It's France. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's the country.
He uses all ping clubs. He was born in France, and he has no tattoos.
So 2 truths and 1 lie. I didn't see any tattoos, but he's pretty well covered up from what I saw. Definitely French. I mean, I can only imagine he was born in France. I guess you could not be born there, but still be nationality. So I'm going to say that one's one of the truths for sure. All ping clubs. I didn't hear him talk about that. Didn't look into it. But I'm going to go with the lie is the tattoos. I think that's the lie.
I am updating you to be correct this week.
Let's go. I needed a win. I was kind of on a losing streak, I think.
Yes. There. So yes, he is a ping club ambassador, athlete, whatever you want to call him. He was born in France, not French. And he does have many tattoos, but the biggest one, I'm surprised, is on the back of his hands.
Oh, I did hear him talk about that. That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
You know what it says? It says, "The saliva that flows now will become the tears of joy tomorrow." That's literally what his tattoo says.
I mean, it says it in like French, right?
No, English, my friend. That is English.
Huh.
Yep.
I was hoping that because that sounds weird.
Yeah.
I was hoping that was some kind of weird translation.
It was lost in translation.
Or it didn't translate correctly, but it was in English. Okay.
So he talked a little bit about it during like the press conference afterwards. That essentially that it should be more like the sweat that flows now will be the tears of joy
Something
tomorrow.
Like that. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Saliva.
Yeah, saliva is a little odd one, but essentially it was like obviously what's in your.
French are known for being kind of gross, though. I think that's kind of their stereotype.
That's
right?
a hard type. All right,
that's
a hard
That's
one.
the stereotype, right?
Wow.
They're kind of like gross,
Sure, I don't know.
I think that's what I've heard. No, it could be
fair
wrong.
enough. I have no idea.
Could be
I have
wrong.
no idea. This podcast
Don't repeat that.
is probably now just banned in France. So great job. Thanks for that. Yeah. All right, let's keep.
I'm sure they got stereotypes about us. It's okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Back in the dub column.
Americans.
Dang Americans. All right, back in the dub column in two trues. Heck yeah. All right, let's get into the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am preview. We had defending champion Justin Rose playing at 2 courses this year. Usually it's 3 courses, but they narrowed it with the shorter field to 2 courses. So we got Spyglass Hill Golf Club at Pebble Beach, California. It's a par 72, 7,441 yards, pretty short. And then even shorter, we have Pebble Beach Golf Links, Pebble Beach, California. It's par 72, 6,972 yards. So it'll be three rounds at Pebble Beach and then one round at Spyglass.
I like it. Let's see, purse, obviously a signature event, $20 million purse. It's a lot of big purses this weekend because it's going to be paid out. Previous winner, did you say that was Justin Rose?
Yep.
Current favorite right now, it originally was a tie, but now it is Scotty Scheffler as the current outright favorite at plus 900, followed by Rory, first event of the year, so a hard automatic. That's pretty good first event of the year odds for him, plus 1,000. Then you got Victor Hovland plus 12, Xander plus 14, so on. Anything else you want to cover before picks?
Well, I mean, when I looked last night, it was Scheffler plus 800, Rory 850. So that's shifted a little bit.
Yeah, mine that was on Monday. It was Scheffler and Rory plus 800.
Okay. Yeah, I looked last night. It was 800, 850. And then, just second signature event of the year, like you said, 70 player, no cut. So guaranteed paychecks for these guys this week. That's all I had for that. We can go ahead and get into the picks.
All right. I am going with I think I might have had him last week. No, I had Patrick Cantlay last week. I'm going with Xander again. The reason why I'm going with Xander, playing extremely, extremely well. He's played 3 events so far this year. He is placed in the top 10 for all 3 events so far this season. I don't like Rory for this one, just coming back first event of the year. And I'm sure he played. I think he played.
He's been playing in Dubai.
Dubai, yeah.
Playing pretty well, except the one putt.
Correct. I just don't. I don't know. Wasn't a fan of the Rory.
We got some jet lag.
Yeah, exactly. So I like Xander for this week. Like I said, he's just been playing extremely, extremely well. So I would like him to capitalize on this momentum that he has going on right now and secure the dub.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going Homa, Max Homa, the California kid.
Good one.
He won the event last he won the Amex last year.
Yes.
Yeah, so he was familiar with obviously the California courses. Went to school at California. I think he is
Mr. California.
He is establishing himself as one of the best players in the world as well. I think so. I think this is an event that'll just catapult him up further, up those up the echelon of tier of golfers that we like to say. I think if you're gonna tier everybody out, you're gonna put Scotty, Rahm together, probably Hovland up there as well, and Rory probably the top 4. And I think Homa's trying to make an argument to be right behind that tier, maybe creep into that tier. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think this is the week that is going to start that elevation into that next year.
I like it. I think it's a good pick. I like Max Homa. I don't know. I just feel like in bigger events, I don't see too much. I just think of last season. I don't know. For some reason, I have this image in my head right now of this video in my head right now. A replay of him last year at one of the majors. I want to say it was the PGA Championship, if I'm not mistaken. I just remember seeing, for some reason, this image is in my head right now, right? And it's him in the tee box with his driver just pointed straight out to the left. Just struggling. I don't know why. For some reason, that image is in my mind right now. So, I'm not sure how I...
Seems like selection bias to me. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I was listening to a podcast. There was a different sports podcast earlier today, and it was talking about how, like, your mind, like, remembers certain things and, like, implants, even though it's not the right... like, I'm not saying like you're wrong or anything, but
no, I mean,
it's like your mind like remembers the highest and the lows, not like the middle. You know, like
100%.
If you hear somebody like a take somebody has, and like you might hear like 100 takes they have, but you only remember like the best one and the worst one, not like the middle one. You know, like that one was like
100%.
Not right or wrong.
That middle one just becomes noise.
Yeah, you don't remember that one because
you
it's like
can't retain all of that.
Yeah, so it's like you just remember the best and the worst, something like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
A better image that just came in my mind right now is him holding the Rocket Mortgage Trophy.
That's
the best for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of him like he played well at the Ryder Cup. I think one of the few bright spots. I think so. Yeah, I remember. And yeah, the Rocket. No, it wasn't Rocket Mortgage. You said that last time. That was Rocket Mortgage was Ricky.
God damn.
He won the Fortinet. That one's red. That one.
Fortinet.
Yeah, they're both red.
I did do that last time.
But yeah, so that's our picks. You guys Xander, I got Homa. Let's go into the LIV Mayakoba preview. We have defending champion Charles Howell III. Kind of a womp kind of winner there. Not the most sexy winner.
Remember LIV, the first few tournaments last year, I want to say like 3 or so, it was kind of just...
Yeah, because the Tucson was like Danny Lee, who that was his best finish by far that year. I don't think he cracked the top 30 after that. So yeah, we had a first few weren't hot until Brooks won in Miami.
That's
before the Masters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the first big time.
Miami's usually last, no?
No, well, it was like Orlando maybe or something like. No, it was somewhere.
It might have been Orlando.
Was it Orlando?
It might have been Orlando.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, it was Orlando. I remember the course they played at. That's right. So we have defending champion Charles Howell III. We're playing again at the El Camaleon golf course at Mayakoba. It's a par 71, 7,116 yards. We have John Rahm making his LIV debut. I don't know. You think he's gonna wear the jacket, the Letterman? You think he's been wearing that a lot? I don't know.
I don't know. I think those are just
might be a little hot.
just being repurposed many times.
Might be a little hot for
it. Probably would be pretty hot in that jacket.
Oh yeah, we have John Rahm making the LIV debut. We'll see the Letterman jacket TBD. Some key moves. Let's recap some key moves over the off season. So we had Taylor Gooch, like we've said in the past, but we're revisiting it here. Traded to Smash GC. We have Harold Varner III, who was traded to the Four Aces.
Both of those guys came from the Range Goats.
Yep. And then Matthew Wolff traded to the Range Goats, and then also Peter Uihlein to the Range Goats. So those are some of the major shakeups.
Horrible trades.
Couple shakeups there. John Rahm, massive betting favorite. Did you see this?
Yes.
Plus 400.
He's plus 500 right now.
Is he? Okay, I checked last night. It was 400. And then you have next in line was 4 players tied at 1,400, at least when I checked last. It was Cam Smith, Bryson DeChambeau, Tyrrell Hatton coming out of the gates, kind of hotter.
So it's interesting right now. It's different. So it's Rahm is plus 500, Hatton's plus 12. Then you got a tie with Neiman, Smith, and Bryson at 14.
Okay.
So I'm surprised they are doing 1-2 with brand new LIV golfers.
Interesting.
I don't know. Did you also see the setup on DraftKings?
Yeah, they didn't have top 10s when I checked last night for my.
They finally put it up today. So I waited to put my bets in, but like it's got top 5 in this row, top 10 in the middle, and winner all in.
It's backwards for the PGA one.
Yeah, and they've got no like double chances or triple chances, and they had them last year.
Yeah, huh.
So I wonder if they're just not doing much because there's just so much moving parts that are happening right now. A lot of late breaking news.
I mean, they didn't have it listed last night, so I didn't have any LIV picks. They only had winner. I'm only going to pick a winner.
Correct.
So didn't have any LIV picks.
You hear that the chopper's here for us.
They heard the French sent their infantry at me. They didn't like it.
If Blair something happens to him, it wasn't himself.
They're
something
gonna
else.
shove
happened.
croissants down my mouth.
He's just gonna be left with the croissant in his pocket.
I do love a croissant, actually.
Duh. Nice warm one with some butter.
Ah, dude.
Do they eat it with butter?
No,
though?
my favorite
Is
are
that
like the
an American
sandwiches.
thing?
Sandwich like a croissant, you know.
Yeah, I never got into it, but I'm sure they always look good.
And then also, dude, I saw this thing on Instagram. Derailing it here. I know we gotta get out. Actually, we got time. Actually,
We're okay.
So there's croissant bread, like sliced.
Wait, say that word again.
Croissant.
No. Yeah, you have a laugh?
Croissant.
Yeah.
Croissant. My last name's French, actually.
That's fair.
Maybe I shouldn't be talking. I don't
That's
know.
fair.
I'm hyping them up now. Hyping up the
The culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But croissant bread. Like they have like sliced bread, but it's like croissant bread.
Really?
Like, it looks. I just saw it on Instagram. It looks literally amazing. I want to buy it and I want to eat all of it because it looks amazing. I'll show you.
It sounds pretty good.
It literally looks better than it sounds.
The only time I've ever had a croissant
is
is when I had like Thanksgiving dinner and stuff like that.
like the basic little
100%. The ones that come with the blue tubes. You pop the tube. Yeah, absolutely.
Pillsbury. Yeah.
Yes. That's the only time I've ever really had those, or like just for other random dinners. Usually for like bigger, Christmas maybe, and mostly Thanksgiving. I can think of just dipping that thing in butter and gravy. Yeah, probably that's an American thing right there.
Yeah.
I bet you they just eat their croissant.
But man,
croissants just by
that bread
themselves.
literally it looks better than it sounds. I promise. It looks amazing. I need to buy some. I don't know where you can get it, but I'm gonna look it up.
Is back to the tournament? Is El Camaleon? Is that the no Maya?
It's Greg Norman's design.
That's with a big old hole in the middle of the fairway.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought so. I was just making sure.
I believe. I'm almost positive. Yeah.
Like 2 years ago was when PGA last played on it, because it was like the same season. I want to say it was PGA and LIV.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Real quick, did you go over the what do we got sidetracked on?
We were going over the betting.
Got it. Yes. So purse, $25 million purse for this event. Same as last year. $20 million goes to the individual. For the individual side, not for just the one individual winner. That'd be crazy. And the rest of the $5 million goes to the top 3 teams that are split out. That's pretty much all I've got. I'm interested to that in the news you talked about with the wild cards. That's still very interesting to me. What was that person's name again? That's the wild card. Let's figure out those odds.
There's 2, and then their names are Hudson Swafford is like the permanent one. Permanent individual. Uh-huh. And then it sounds like, just based on this tweet I saw that I'm getting this news from, Dylan Dethier, is where I'm, shout out, you can follow him on X, but that's where I'm seeing this. But Laurie Cantor has the other wild card spot in week 1, is specifically said. So I don't know if it's full season Laurie Cantor, but he's here week 1.
So I don't even see Laurie Cantor unless he has... Oh, yeah, wow. This is interesting. Laurie Cantor has better odds than Kevin Na, Pat Perez, Ian Poulter, Bubba Watson, Phil Mickelson, Lee Westwood. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Danny Lee. But the other one, Hudson Swafford, odds is plus 40,000.
That's not good for a short field like this.
Let's throw $1 on it.
Yeah, it's worth it, honestly.
So that's pretty crazy. Anyways, you ready for the picks?
Actually, before we get to the picks,
yeah.
Speaking of like the joke that we said about like, oh, he should they should have a team name for the individual.
Yeah.
They should what they should do is sell like a jersey or something, with their name on it, or something like that. Like an individual jersey or some kind of apparel for them.
There's gotta be something
because they have like team apparel, right?
I sent you like the Crushers one with Bryson. Right?
Yeah. You said cool. They should do something like that for the individuals. So you can buy as like a basketball jersey, but it had like Swafford on it.
Front says like the one, the last backside is the only.
Yeah, something like that. Only. Well, then there's another one, so I don't know if you could do that. There's 2 of them.
So, that's fair.
I don't know about that. But
this guy's for the whole season at least. Laurie's just for the first tournament. So,
and honestly,
so that's interesting though. I wonder if because he's only for the first week, will there be other news?
Well, I don't know. It just said week 1. Maybe they are going to change it. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I could be reading into that. I don't know. But yeah, they should honestly what a brand should do, like a Bad Birdie thing to sponsor the individual. I bet I think that'd be probably be cheap, and then maybe you're not getting too much notoriety because not many people are watching it on CW. But I don't know. My mind's racing with this. I don't know. I like it.
We should reach out.
It's adding a wrinkle. It's adding a wrinkle.
We should reach out.
Yeah.
Cactus GC sponsor.
I like it.
I like it too.
All right, let's get to our picks here. Who you got?
I'm going Mr. Longball. I'm going Bryson DeChambeau this week. What are you smiling? Did you pick the same pick?
Well, I just went way off the rails.
You did. Wow. Okay. I mean, fair because of what happened at the beginning of last season. It was all crazy. But anyways, I went Bryson. Obviously, he had an incredible run towards the end of the season for them last year. He finished 4th overall, and his team finished 2nd. But not only that, I've been watching a lot of YouTube golf lately, like a lot of YouTube golf, a lot of it. And I just watched a video with him where he played someone. The video came out yesterday, so it probably was like a month ago. I would assume was when he actually played.
A week or two.
They do some crazy editing. I bet you take some time.
Maybe.
I don't know, cause anyway, but besides the point, I was watching him play, and I mean he was just absolutely playing. Like I forgot what he was
hitting it far.
Really far. I think there was one clip where like he's like, "Oh, Bryson, you got 194 from here. What are you hitting?" He's like, "I think I'm gonna hit a gap wedge," and the dude's like, "What?" So, are you serious? He's like, "Well, yeah." He goes, "A pitching wedge would be a little too long, and I can't go anything shorter than that." I was like, "Good Lord, that is insane. That is just a crazy number."
I have to choke up on it.
Yeah, and then someone was like, "Why did you hit your 60?" Oh, I was joking. But anyways, just watching him play, he was just absolutely dropping everything super close and making all of his putts, and I don't know. I had a good feeling about it. He was playing at the course where the Hero Tiger Woods' tournament is, so I don't know. I liked it, and I went with him this week. Other than that, it's just more of a feel. I was watching him like putt and stuff too. They were talking, and he was like talking about like the distance that he had, and like he walked it out, and he's like, "Or how long is it?" He's like, "Oh, it's 70 feet." He's like, "So I know it's this grass, it's into this grain, so I need to hit a 82 foot." He's like doing the math in his head. He's like, "So I have to hit an 82 foot putt, and so I know exactly how far back to take it that would equate to an 82 foot putt." He missed it, but but like it was a long putt.
It was close.
it was pretty close. It was like it was like just ended next to the pin, like to the hole, like just finished there. So I was like, I mean, that's crazy. Like he's so analytical. Did you see the scene that Instagram or a TikTok of him where he's like calculating, he's like doing like physics. He's like with a bunch of people. He's like going through like the physics of a shot. No? All right. Well, you talk about your pick, and I'm gonna find this video real quick.
Well, I'm going Carlos Ortiz, just kind of off the rails a little bit. He's not like too far down. He's probably I forget where he was. I think he was about 15th maybe down the list. But yeah, I'm just going with the full. I don't think a big name's gonna win it. We had plenty of not just the beginning of the year. We had some other players that weren't any of the big names. We have more big names this year, so maybe that's less likely to happen now. Yeah, I just wanted to go with a little wild card to start the year.
Yeah.
And I think Carlos, he played pretty well. I believe, what team was Torquay, I believe, Carlos Ortiz. So they had a pretty good year. They were pretty hot as a team overall. And so I like the pick. He's, you got a South American playing in Mexico. I guess that Mexico's technically North America, isn't it? Bad geography here.
Yeah.
But I think I think it's a good vibe. So I like Carlos Ortiz to take home the trophy.
I like it.
That sounded like some Mario or something. What was that?
That was it was TurboTax as Mario.
Oh, there you go. That was pretty close.
Yeah, that was pretty good actually. I'm trying to find this.
That should count for
clip.
2 trues right there. That should be an extra dub.
Jeez, I like it. I'm trying to find this. I think this is it.
I mean, how long is this?
It was just recently. He's like on his iPad, like they're sitting down watching something. It's just absolutely crazy that he is like doing like a quadratic formula.
Dude,
I'm telling you, man. I can't find the video.
That's all right. Anyways, that's all right. We can move on to betting corner. You want to update us?
Yes. So if anyone's trying to follow my picks, I would stop immediately because I am cold as ice right now.
I need you to. You were too hot at the start.
I was doing well.
Yeah.
So I went an 0 last week, so I went minus 100, You went +1, so where did that come from?
Well, that was Taylor Pendrith. I had him top 20. He finished T9. And just in the units on it, I had just gave me +1.
Got it.
So, yeah, I had Pendrith. I can't remember if I had anything else too close.
I had a decent amount of them were close.
I don't remember any others being too close.
I had Will Zalatoris. I had him top 10. He was T13. Aubert, I had him top 5. He was T9.
Yeah.
At Max Homa, I had top 5. He was T13. And then I had a double chance with Xander and Cantlay, and Xander was T9.
Yeah.
So it was tough.
I think I had Gallatin. Bradley missed the cut. That one was really bad. Aubert, I don't remember where he was on there. I don't think it was too bad, but he wasn't.
Aubert finished.
Well, I had him first round leader.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I didn't.
About that one,
I don't think he had a terrible round, but he also wasn't that close to the leader either for first round leader. But we came out +1. I'll take it. Can't go broke taking a profit.
That's right.
So I'll take that.
That's right.
Who do you want to start?
I'll go. I got 5 picks. You have 5 picks as well, though?
Yeah.
Okay. My first pick here is Matt Fitzpatrick. These are legit all fields because I did them about 10. No, the podcast was going on more than 10 minutes. Like 30 minutes ago. So these are legit all fields. I had a lot of stuff that lasted a little too long than I wanted to today. So Matt Fitzpatrick, top 10, plus 326 units. I think that's how I got to go back to. Like recently, I've been diving more into like, this is how he finished last of the tournament. You know, he's been playing well this season. Usually, but my feel is where I get my units. So I'm going back to that for like a lot of these picks. But Matt Fitzpatrick, top 10, plus 326 units on that one. I think it's, again, pretty attainable, top 10 finish for him. So.
Yeah, I've picked him a couple of times, I think, this year already. I like that. I'm starting off. I had Cantlay in my triple chance. I think he was my pick outright last week. I'm going back to him. I'm going top 5. That's at plus 420 units. So he hasn't finished worse than 21st in his last 4 trips to Pebble. So pretty good track record there at Pebble Beach. He tied for the course record in 2021 with a 62 at Pebble Beach. He was born in Long Beach in California and went to UCLA, so he's pretty familiar with the area and the course. Like I've said, he's played it plenty of times. Good track record there.
Yeah, that's good.
So I like top 5 here.
I like that.
And then the top 10, I love doing top 10. Top 5 is pretty tough. It's narrow. It's hard to hit. Yeah. But I mean, it's the odds, with the shorter field, and obviously you want a good player, so it's just you got to take what you can get. So I went top 5
for sure. My second one, I went Aubert again this week. Not top 10, top 5. I went him top 10 this week. So Aubert top 10 plus 260, 29 units. So I went a little heavy on that pick. So already talked about it. He finished T9 last week, and he's kind of had a little better, obviously a much better field. So going back to his last signature event that he played, he didn't do extremely well. I think he was he's like in the top 30, I want to say, is where he finished on that last signature event this season. So I don't know. I think he's kind of feeling more comfortable playing around some of these bigger names now, and let's see where he does.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with Jordan Spieth next. I went back to he's been playing really well. He's usually pretty volatile. We've mentioned that. But he's playing really well lately. I'm going top 5. Going back to the top 5. Will. He's plus 400 as well, same as Cantlay. I'm going back to the 20 units there. So he's finished 2nd here in 2022, 3rd in 2021, 9th in 2020. So, outstanding finishes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, outstanding finishes lately. He also won the event in 2017, had 2 more top 10s in 2014 and 15. So he loves him some Pebble Beach.
I would say that would be very true, yes.
Yeah, and he's finished 3rd in his only event this year, which was at the Century. So he's got some good form. He loves Pebble. So let's go with the top 5 for Jordan.
I like that. My next pick, ditto.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have different odds. Jordan Spieth, top 5, plus 360. So you got me on the odds. 23 units on that one. So I'm sure with the units, it probably would all equal out.
But. Possibly. Yeah, it'd be close. All right. I'll go my next one here. Beau Hossler. Beau Hossler going top 10 here. Get a little more wiggle room here. Plus 450, 25 units. So he was T11 and 3rd in his last 2 starts. So another guy that likes Pebble. He was 6th last week. So he's got some good form coming into it. He's another guy. I think we've mentioned it on the podcast before. Last year, he had some good finishes last year. I think I picked him a few times. He's a really good player. I picked him in DFS, one of my other plays.
Mr. Visor?
He's a visor.
Yeah, I thought so.
He's a visor guy. One of my buddies that plays DFS golf, he loves him some Bo Hostler as well. So I'm riding with that. So I'm going Mr. Visor.
Mr. Visor. All right. I am going second to last pick. Going to LIV. Didn't like a lot of these, so for the first time in a long time, I'm going an outright. Mr. Bryson DeChambeau, outright plus 1,400, 8 units.
Okay.
So a little bit lighter, obviously, on the units. It allowed me to put some more heavier units on some better odd bets, and I liked it. I think, like I said, I liked how way he's been playing, and I think that he's going to use that quadratic formula to figure out a
He's
win.
got to prove people I mentioned it. He should have been on the Ryder Cup roster. I think with how well he was playing last year. I think he definitely deserves it. Maybe he's out for a vengeance, so that's good.
We'll see.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going my first parlay this year. Ooh. Going with the first parlay. I haven't done it in a while, but DraftKings used to not let you do click top 30 two from that list. They used to not let you do it. You had to go top 30, top 20.
Yeah.
You can do it this year.
Whoa.
Or at least this week. Maybe they're going to change their mind. Maybe I'm going to hit it and they're like, dang, we don't do that. Stealing our money. So I'm going to the first parlay this year. Alex Noren and Ben On, both top 30, plus 311, 25 units. So Ben On finished 37th here last year. Not great. That's fine. He's playing really well this year, though. He played at this event in the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach in 2019 and finished for a tie for 16th, so a little better there.
Okay.
And so, he's been playing really well this year. Just not the best putter. He's another one of those belly putter players.
Okay.
Not the best, but, just need to get hot one week. That's all right. Everybody, even a bad putter can get hot one week. That's all right. He's been striking the ball really well, though. Alex Noren was at T25 last week. Not a terrible finish. We just need a top 30, though. And he was 32nd here in 2020 at this event. So he's been hovering around there before. So two somewhat longer shots, but just need top 30. So that's all right.
I like it. We'll see. I liked how the DK is allowing you to do that, though. Hopefully they
I don't know
continue
why
that.
they wouldn't allow that last year. It was really confusing to me. Then they have the pre-built parlays. Have you seen those?
Yes, and they had them in there.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think they usually don't go deep into some of these guys Alex Noren. These are the top players, but I'm glad they allowed the selection.
I would love to do a parlay with this multiple winners.
I mean, I think it does make sense just go on a DK tangent or just sports betting tangent. They should allow any combination because they can set the odds and the house is formula. The house is gonna win. It's not I think I am up lifetime. I know I'm up lifetime betting. It's not a bunch of money, but I'm up.
I mean, it's your full-time job, right?
Yeah, I was up a lot more. I've lost some big bets lately. I don't want to get into it. I'm up 400 lifetime.
Gotcha.
So that's good.
I'm definitely up lifetime, but I don't bet that much. It's golf is the majority of what I'm doing right now. I got a little crazy towards the beginning of the NFL season, which was fun, and I won some. But I've been cold lately. But like they said, every time winter hits, spring always follows. So
sure.
Yeah. I just noticed your socks, by the way.
Tacos.
I like them, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm actually kind of jealous.
I forget where I got these.
No, they're nice.
I think they were a stocking stuffer at some point.
No, they're cool. I like those.
Some tacos.
That's pretty cool. All right, my last pick is a double chance. It's Xander and Cantlay. Plus 714 units. So the exact same double chance that I had last week.
Yeah, I think I mentioned last week. Those guys are the same to me. I feel they're both elite golfers, but they never win the biggest tournaments.
Yeah.
They'll win. They have good
they just
resumes
in 2024.
But they just, I don't know. But I mean they're due. I mean
for sure.
They're really good golfers. They just haven't done a major yet. I think Xander won the Olympics that one year, but that was about it.
Yeah.
That didn't count. Sorry. My last one going Max Homa, outright. I was gonna change this actually because I wanted to keep my streak. I won last week with 1 unit. The week before I won 10 units.
There's the French again.
Their siren sound different. You've heard of French siren, right?
Oh yeah,
sound different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. points. That's not them. That's all right. I ain't worried. I was gonna change it because I wanted to get one more good odds, but then I was like, I just kind of ran out of time, forgot to do it, and then I had to change my units up because only 10 units left.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with it. Mayakoba outright winner plus 1,600, 10 units. California kid. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, I got nothing else. You ready to rock and roll? We got a hard out.
We got a hard out. We got our first live stream. You're gonna hear this after it's done, but tune in for next month's live stream.
For sure. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give away some stuff and let's announce some stuff.
It's gonna be pretty cool. So, nothing else. Hope everyone enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, share with your friends, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.